A very good evening, Venerable Sirs, uncles and aunties, brothers and sisters. Sorry for the slight delay. We are supposed to start at 7, so the program is like this. We will start now. Another 5. Give me about 5 to 10 minutes, so that I can do the intro. After which we stop for Bojanga at 8 p.m. Then after 40 minutes, Bhante will continue with his talk. Why there is a break in between? We are supposed to start at 7 because Bhante's schedule is very, very tight, right? So that's why he can spend this proper time for him here. Okay, so before we begin, let me introduce Bhante to all of you. Venerable Bhikkhu Sanghasena was born in the remote Himalayan region of Ladakh on a Tibetan plateau. Brought up within a deeply religious family and community following the ancient Buddhist traditions and believed in peacefulness, humility, and innocence as the natural way of life. He joined the Indian Army at the age of 17, where he developed a strong sense of personal discipline and responsibility. In 1977, he felt the inner spiritual call and decided to leave the army. He left Ladakh to become a committed disciple of the renowned Buddhist scholar and celebrated monk, Venerable Acharya Buddharakkhita Mahathera, the abbot of Mahabodhi Society Vihara, Bangalore, South India. So he left from the north, Ladakh, to South India. It's quite a distance. In 1986, Venerable Bhikkhu Sanghasena founded the Mahabodhi International Meditation Center, MIMC, in Ladakh, putting loving kindness and compassion into action through multifarious charitable humanitarian services carried out in 250 acres of moon-like desert that forms the impressive backdrop of the Devachan campus at Chok Lamsar, Ladakh. He worked tirelessly for many years to provide quality education and safe shelter for the underprivileged children. compassionate health care for the sick and the needy, empowerment and literacy programs for women folk and other socially disadvantaged groups, a caring home for the aged and destitute, and many other humanitarian services. Today, MIMC is growing as one of the leading NGOs based in the Himalayan region. Venerable Sanghasena has traveled extensively and participated in many international conferences, seminars, workshops around the globe. He encourages spiritual and cultural values, literacy, environmental protection, non-violence, inter-religious harmony, coexistence, global family, and world peace. A strong advocate of women, poverty-stricken, and the underserved people. A vocal advocate of destructive armaments, environmental issues, and ecology. He strongly opposes human injustice, consumerism, economic imbalance, and racism. Bhikkhu Sanghasena strongly proposes and advocates the creation of a global family as last solution to the serious crisis faced by the current world. He is actively working with other leading national and international organizations which are committed to the development works towards a safe, peaceful, and integrated world. Venerable Bhikkhu Sanghasena has distinguished himself as both a charismatic and high worker over the years. Today, he is an internationally well-recognized and respected Buddhist leader. And brothers and sisters, without further ado, I shall now call upon Venerable Bhikkhu Sanghasena to deliver his talk. Thank you.
We will start by invoking the blessings of a triple gem upon all of us. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Sangham saranam gacchami. May all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Devas and Nagas, saints and sages, may all the divine beings and divine powers from all the directions of the universe may kindly look at us and shower their blessings upon all of us for the success of our coming together in this beautiful Buddha Hall, in this beautiful city of Malacca and Malaysia. Our very dear, venerable Sangha members of this temple, our very dear and respected the chairman, president of this temple, all the executive members and all the devotees, the followers of Buddha Dhamma through this temple. Very, very good evening to all of you. When I say very, very good evening, I mean it. We often very casually say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, goodbye, which often doesn't mean. Sometimes even with the big artificial smiling face, you say hello, good morning, good afternoon, and in the heart, mind, you say you go to hell. I don't mean that kind of good evening. I mean it because this evening is very, very good, very nice. We have gathered in this beautiful Buddha temple, very blessed, very historical temple. There are many temples, there are many centers, all are very good. But this one have a little special, have little bit more blessings. It is 103-year-old temple. In the last 103 years time, don't know how many venerable Sangha members, how many great upasakas, upasikas, how many lay devotees came, offered prayer, heard the Dhamma, practiced the Dhamma, practiced meditation, and many of them might have become arahants. Many of them must have become anagami, sagadagami, sotapanna, must have. So this temple have so much blessings. In this place we have gathered this evening, so nice. Look at amazing shining, the floor is shining. So neat, clean. There is air condition, there is a fan to keep you comfortable. A very peaceful, not like in India, no much noise, no much traffic, no much horn. Isn't it? Not too many people. Of course, sometimes when too many people are nice, but then so many people means so many noise. So many noise means you cannot sit so peacefully, you cannot listen the Dhamma properly, so, but here not many people, everyone have enough space to sit comfortably, moderate temperature. What else you want, my dears? If this evening cannot be good, if you cannot feel good here this evening, then there is no hope for you elsewhere. Correct or not? Yeah. So I want you to realize that. I want you to realize this. I want you to feel the goodness, the blessings of this vihara, and tune yourself with this wonderful. But still some people can have a problem. That is not because of this evening, because this is not because of this temple, and that is not because of me. It's because of your failure to live in the present moment. It's because of a failure to tune yourself in the present moment, the wonderful present moment. Your body is here, the mind is gone somewhere, got indulged in some kind of things, sometimes even negativities. When your body is here, the mind has gone and got indulged in some negativities, you can't feel. You can't feel the blessings of the present moment. So therefore, I will invite my dears upasakas, upasikas to be in the present moment. So long you are inside the temple, please put aside all what you are carrying in your head. Our head is a walking library. We carry in this small head the whole universe we carry. So while you are sitting in the temple, while you are listening the Dhamma talk, we must learn to put aside everything and listen so peacefully, happily, comfortably, with the profound devotion, profound faith, with a very happy, joyful heart, and with a very receptive mind. You should sit and listen happily, isn't it? as before you enter this temple, you have left the shoe outside, isn't it? You left the shoe. Why you left the shoe? Because we consider shoes not so clean. So not clean. That's why I left. But you have not renounced the shoe. After finishing your program here, you are going to use the shoe again. In the same way, friends, we also carry a lot of shoe in our mind and hearts. All kinds of desire, all kinds of thoughts, and our all negativities or even judgmental attitude, they are like shoes. They will spoil all the beauty of the present moment. So just like you have left the shoe outside the temple, you should put aside all the things you carry in a head. Put aside and make empty yourself. Then the Dhamma, whatever the speaker is speaking something, will directly go not only to your head, but it will go into heart and remain there. This is part of the art of listening. Friends, it is a great honor, great privilege, great pleasure for me to have the opportunity to visit your beautiful country, Malaysia, and within Malaysia, this beautiful historical temple in Malacca, again after quite some time. I am a very good friend of Malaysia. I visited Malaysia several times before, and I was trying to visit again before the COVID pandemic erupted. But then COVID came as the greatest teacher of impermanence. COVID was blessing in disguise. The COVID also taught us a big lesson. COVID made us humble. COVID made us more aware or more understanding of impermanent anicca. Though we hear anicca, we talk about anicca, we read books about anicca, we discuss about anicca, but do not apply in our life daily. So this COVID says, no, I have to teach you what really anicca is. So COVID came and shattered all our planning, dream. Do not know what's going to happen next, what to do next. Very hard to say even today evening. That was the situation. So I had to cancel that, couldn't come. And after COVID, last year I was trying to come and still couldn't come. COVID had gone, but 2 years, people couldn't move here, there. So after break of 2 years, so many people like to move here, there, and each embassy, the visa sections of each embassy, hundreds and thousands of people like queue up. You apply for visa, it takes 3 months, 4 months. USA, 1 year, 2 years. 1 year is not possible to get normal visa because too many people applied. So I had to cancel last year. This year I managed. I'm so happy to visit your beautiful country, Malaysia, and this center. And for this, I should not forget to express my sincere appreciations and thanks to the Honorable Chairman of this temple, the Venerable Sangha members and all the devotees who have thought of inviting me here. So great pleasure to see you all friends. And some of you might have been to Ladakh, I don't know, some of you, not sure. Anybody has been to Ladakh? Oh, sad. So, if you have not have been to Ladakh, please do plan to visit next year. Earlier the better. No? And I think your temple are sponsoring the educations of few children, 5-6 children. During my first visit to this temple, your committee members, the chairman and the other devotees had come forward to sponsor the education of some lovely children in the high Himalayas. A very hard life, difficult life in the mountains. I think this, your support, your generosity, your compassion and action still going on, I believe. I want to thank you all for this also. And I bring warmest greetings on behalf of all these people of Ladakh. I bring you the warmest greetings from the coldest land of Himalaya. It is wonderful to have this relationship between the most ancient Buddhist land in the high Himalaya and one of the most modern city of Kuala Lumpur or Malaysia. Yeah? Between the most ancient temple in the Himalaya and the most modern high-rise building, Twin Tower of Kuala Lumpur. I think this relationship is very important, wonderful. Why important? We have so much to learn from each other. We, in Ladakh, in the ancient land of Buddhism, people are very simple, people are very devoted, they have a strong faith, devotions. They very important part. The foundation of Buddha Dharma, very important. And you people are most educated people, most all this sophisticated car, mobile, all this technology, amazing technology. You are blessed with the latest comfort of life, and you are highly educated. You study the book, you think about it, you discuss about this, and you learn to organize, or you're organizing Buddha Dhamma, meditation, teachings, programs, and seminar, conference. You publish books, you do so many things online also, online. You're using the latest technology, website, Facebook, Instagram, that gram, this gram. You're using to spread Dhamma, which our people don't know. Our people have a profound faith and devotion, but don't know how to modernize Buddhism, how to revitalize Buddhism, how to organize, how to give Dhamma talks, share Dhamma, how to organize programs in this time of era. This is the age of science. It is the age of logic. It is the age of reasoning. It is the age of intellect, education, science. So our people don't know. You people know. So there's so much to learn. You can visit Ladakh, how our people practice the devotional part of Buddhism. Very profound devotion. You can get some inspiration. And our people can learn from you. Our people also have to learn to move with the rest of the world. They cannot remain behind in the Himalaya. So that they can learn from you all. That's why I brought 10 young people for the youth exchange program in Nalanda. Due to tight schedule, they couldn't come here. I couldn't bring them here. Nalanda, one of the very well organized Buddhist institution or Buddhist center. So they are going through the youth exchange program between the Malaysia and Ladakh. It's wonderful programs. Friends, in ancient time, when we think of Dhamma or anything, peace, harmony, we do not think beyond our country, beyond our neighbors. But today things have changed. Today this development of science, technology, communication and other things have reduced the size of the world into almost like what you call global village, global lodges. Today we are in a situation, you can think of breakfast in New York, lunch in London, dinner in Ladakh. This is the situation. And we have a fantastic technology. So we now slowly think of going beyond the boundaries of our small, limited areas, city, country, neighboring countries, continents. Today we can think of globally and also work globally. We have this fantastic technology. And we must, it is not just thinking, it is necessary, because something happened, good thing, bad thing here, within a few seconds, within a few minutes, it reached to the other side of the world. Something small or big thing happened in America, it reached here within a second or within a few minutes. So the idea must change now. When we think of our own peace and harmony, our own prosperity and security, we must now include whole world, not just our country, ourselves, our community. Because the dependency, the interdependent, interconnected have increased so much. We are all interconnected. So therefore, the America cannot think of his own peace and security without including Europe and Asia. European people cannot think of their own peace and security, prosperity without including Asia and America. Asia cannot think of their own peace, security, prosperity without including America and Europe, because we are all so strongly interconnected, interdependent, interrelated. Therefore, the time has come, friends. We must all think globally, work globally, and we can do it. You know, during the COVID, one great things we have learned, well, through what we call the Zoom. Through Zoom, we could organize so many conference, seminar. We have this technology. But through Zoom, we put the TV screen. It looks like we are far from each other, yet it looks like we are so close. Even better than, sometimes better than this. Here we are sitting in the hall. It could be sound problems, the sound of the fan, yeah, or could be little distant. But this Zoom, the machine called Zoom, you press button, Zoom, you bring him, bring near the face. And the sound urges, put the sound here. Easier than this. Better than actually we have conference in person. So this is the other side, fantastic part of technology. We can use all these things and we should work together. And I look forward our friendship between the Ladakh region of Himalaya and the Malaysia to grow further relation. I wish Malaysians to visit our place in Ladakh. And we hope to bring some members from Ladakh to here to show it's Malaysian and to meet you and to learn from you all. We have a beautiful center. Our Upasaka give a good introduction. I don't know that much such a wonderful introduction I deserve or not. But we have a beautiful center, have a nice guest house. You consider those who like to come to Himalaya, stay and spend some days or even longer. You are most welcome. You can consider from today onward, you have a Himalayan home there. And we have a people to take care, right? So this is wonderful relation we hope we can work. And then not only between Ladakh region of Himalaya and Malaysia, we can slowly think of working globally. Yeah, we cannot remain spectators to the terrible things going on in the world. War is going on between Ukraine and Russia. War is going on between Palestinian and Israel. Thousands and thousands of innocent people, including mother and child, have been brutally killed. It's so sad. We are all members of one family. We cannot remain like this. Each one of us have a role to play to address such a terrible issues. We can't remain spectator. Each one of us, part of all the good things happening in the world, each one of us, part of all the terrible things are happening. Usually we may say, we are not in all, we are not responsible. So between those two countries are going on war. War is going on. We are not responsible. It is the leader of the countries, the America and others may say. But friends, from where the leaders have come, these leaders have not descended from another planet. These were made by common people. You know, we human beings, common people made them leaders. Therefore, common people also can bring down. Each one of us have unthinkable potential power to do terrible things, to do good things also. So we are not here to think how to do terrible things. We are here to do good things. Starts with prayer. Starting prayer, developing compassion in our heart. This is the beginning. Charity begins at home, there is a saying. So praying and then discussing with people, then strengthening this collectiveness. Then ultimately, each person has so much power that can influence the whole world, isn't it? Buddha was one person, my dears. And recent times, Mahatma Gandhi from India, only one person. Buddha, we may say, oh, he was a Buddha. You know, we also make sometimes Buddha like God. He's not ordinary human being. That's true. He was an ordinary person before. Later on, he became extraordinary human being. So, okay, forget that. In the recent times, Mahatma Gandhi, just like us, you know, just like us, ordinary person, look how he has done, unthinkable. Following Buddha's teaching, non-violence, ahimsa. He fought through non-violence and brought independence to such a big country, India, from such a powerful country, United Kingdom, British, very powerful that time. Now also maybe very powerful. How he was an ordinary person. When he thought of this freedom for India, I don't think he had a full confidence. I don't think that he will be a successful one day to bring independence to such a big country from such a powerful country. But what he said, whether I will be successful or not, whether I will get independent for our country or not, at least let me play my role. I can stand up and I can raise my voice. I can stand up and I can talk to the people around me, maybe initially 10, 15, 20 people. Maybe it grow. That is what he exactly did. He stood up and he started talking. Whether he will be successful or not successful, he was not worried. He was worried that at least what I can do, let me do it. That is how it started. And same thing, friends, we don't need to do the same thing what Gandhi did. You don't need to think of bring freedom to Malaysia. Malaysia already is freedom. But this same principle we can apply for others, bringing change in the world, bringing change within our community, or even progress on spiritual path. We have so much potential. Each one of us are sleeping Gandhis. Each one of us are sleeping Buddhas. Each one of us are sleeping Bodhisattvas. Like Gandhi, we have to wake up. Let me think. Let me start thinking. Let me discuss with people. Let me pray. That is the beginning of becoming Buddha. Suppose you think of becoming enlightened in this very lifetime. You wish to become a Bodhisattva in this very lifetime. You want to become a Sotapanna Sagadagami in this lifetime. Just standing up and start thinking, that's the beginning of. Start thinking is the beginning. You start thinking, can I become a Bodhisattva? That is the beginning of becoming a Buddha. Remember, this Gautama Buddha also exactly thought that. Many eons before, when he met the Sumedho Buddha, no? Have you studied the life of Buddha, the Jataka? Sumedho Buddha. Before that, he was an ordinary yogi, saint, meditator's mountain. When he saw the Sumedho Buddha, then he started thinking, wow, can I also become a Buddha? He started thinking and he became. The same applies to us. Each one of us at least have to start thinking. Start thinking, praying this. That is the beginning. And bound. Once you've begun, you are bound to reach the goal. You never begin, never start, never think. No. You don't think, people, should I stop here for the prayer? Okay. I have not yet started my main topic, compassion in action. So I hope after this your Bojanga special prayer, then can 10 o'clock, okay. Thank you. So we'll stop here and do the Bojanga. I understand that prayer also special, dedicated to the suffering people. Is part of my talk. Compassion in action means this one. Showing compassion to others, reducing the pain and suffering of others. Let us join this prayer. Thank you.
Half an hour. Yeah, you can do it. No objection. Oh, shouldn't be. Prayer is no objection. We banting. Want to take some water, banting? Prepare food.
Greetings, venerable brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. We assemble here tonight for yet another Wednesday night puja Kam Bhujanga service. Please recall to mind the names of the person or persons you aspire to get well. Well, I read the names of the people who are listed for tonight's Bhujanga blessing. Focus your attention on the seven petals of enlightenment. That is mindfulness, investigation of the Dhamma, persevering effort, joy, tranquility, concentration, and equanimity. By the truth of the Bhujanga Sutta, may the person or person you aspire to get well soon. May the following people to get well soon. Alisha Ma Yiling, may we and our loved one be also free from all harm and danger. May all beings be well and happy. We shall now invite Bhante to lead us in tonight's service.
Venerable sirs, brothers and sisters in the Dhamma, let us begin today Bhujanga Puja with the opening salutations to the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namami Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sanghang Namami Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Buddhang Saranang Gacchami
Buddham Saranam Gacchami
Dhammang Saranang Gacchami
Dhammang Saranam Gacchami
Sanghang Saranang Gacchami
Sangham Saranam Gacchami
Dutiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami Dutiyampi
Buddham Saranam Gacchami
Dutiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami
Dutiyampi Dhammang Saranam Gacchami
Dutiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami
Dutiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami
Tatiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami
Tatiyampi Buddham Saranam Gacchami
Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami
Tatiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sangham saranam gacchami.
Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Panatipatang vedamani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Adinādana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Adinādana vedamani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Jājāra veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Kāmesu micchācāra vedamani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Musāvādā vedamani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Surāmiraya majjapamādāttāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Surameraya majjapamādāttāna vedamani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Ittipiso bhagavārahang sammā sambuddha viññācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sārati sattā deva manussānaṁ buddho bhagavāti swākkhato bhagavata dhammo saṅdiṭṭhiko akāliko ehi passiko panayiko paccāttaṁ veti tammo viññāyeti Sopatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgha Ujjapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgha Ñāyapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgha Sāmīti patipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho Yadidaṁ cattari purisa yugani atta purisa puggala Esa bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho Ahuneya pahuneya dakkineya anjali karaniya anuttarang punyakhettang lokassati ganadharappaditena dīpena tamadang තිලෝකදීපං සංබුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමුනුදං ගන්ධතං භාරයුත්තේන ධූපේනහං සුගන්ධිනා පූජයේ පූජනීයං තං පූජාභාජන මොත්තමං වන්නගන්ධ ගුණපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සංතතින් පූජයාමි මුනිං දස්ස සිරිපාද හරෝරුහේ වන්දාමි චේතයං සබ්බං සබ්බඨා සාරේරික ධාතු මහා බෝධිං බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං සදා යස්ස මූලේ නිසින්නෝව සබ්බාරි විජයං පත්තෝ සබ්බං යතං සත්තා වන්දේ තං බෝධිපාදපං ඉමේ ඒතේ මහා බෝධි ලෝකනාතේන පූජිතා අහං පිතේ නමස්සාමි බෝධි රාජානමත්තුතේ කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්චයං කමමේ බන්තේ භෝරිපඤ්ඤ තතගත ඉමිනා පුඤ්ඤ කම්මේන මාමේ බාල සමාගමෝ සතං සමාගමෝතු යාව නිබ්බාන පත්තිය එත්තාවතාජයං හේ සම්බතං පුඤ්ඤ සම්පදං සම්බේ දේවා සම්බේ සත්තා සම්බේ භූතානුමෝදන්තු සබ්බ සංපත්ති සිද්ධියා ඉදං මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හොන්තු ඥාතයෝ ඉදං මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හොන්තු ඥාතයෝ ඉදං මේ ඥාතිනං හෝතු සුඛිතා හොන්තු ඥාතයෝ සමන්ත චක්කවාලේසු අත්‍රා ගච්ඡන්තු දේවතා සද්ධම්මං මුනි රාජස්ස සුනන්ත සක්ක මොක්ඛදං ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණ කාලෝ අයං භදන්තා ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණ කාලෝ අයං භදන්තා පරිත්ත ධම්ම ශ්‍රවණ කාලෝ අයං භදන්තා නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතෝ අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස ඊවං මේ දුතං ඒකං සමයං භගවා රාජගයේ විහෙරති වේලුවන්නේ කලං දක නිවාපේතේන කෝපන මාමාකස්සබෝ විප්පලි ගුහායං විහෙරති ආවාදිකෝ දුක්ඛිතෝ බාල්හකිලානෝ අතකෝ භගවාදායන්න සමයං පටිසල්ලානාවට්ඨිතෝ ඒනායස්මාමාකස්ස තේනුපදං කමියොපදං කමිත්වා පඤ්ඤත්තේ නිදේදේ නිදජ්ජකෝ භගවායත්මං ධම්මා කස්සපං ඒතදවෝජ කච්චිතේ කස්සප කමනියං කච්චයාපනියං කච්චි දුක්ඛා වේදනා පටික්කමං දෙනෝ අබේක්කමන්ති පටික්කමදානං පඤ්ඤායතනෝ අබේක්කමෝති නමේ භන්තේ කමනියං නයාපනියං බාලාමේ දුක්ඛ වේදනා වේකමං දෙනෝ පටික්කමං දේ අබේක්කමෝ සානං පඤ්ඤායතනෝ පටික්කමෝති සත්තිමේ කස්සප බොජ්ජංගාමයා සම්මදක්ඛාතා භාවිතා බවලේ කතං අභිඤ්ඤාය සම්බෝධාය නිබ්බානාය සංවන්තං දේ කතමේ සත් සති සංවජ්ජංග කෝකස්සප මයා සම්මදංකා භාවිත බවලේ කතෝ අභිඤ්ඤාය සංඝෝ නිබ්බානාය සංවත්තති ධම්ම විචය සංවජ්ජංගෝ කෝකස්සප මයා සම්මදක්ඛාතෝ භාවිතෝ බවලේ කතෝ අභිඤ්ඤාය සංවදාය නිබ්බානාය සංවත්තති විරිය සංවජ්ජංග කෝකස්සප මයා සම්මදක්ඛාතෝ භාවිතෝ බවලේ කතෝ අභිඤ්ඤාය සංවදාය නිබ්බානාය සංවත්තති vattati piti sambhajjanga kokassapa
maya sammedakkato
bhavito bhaulikato abhiññāya sambho Nibbānāya saṅvattati vassati saṅvajjaṃ kassapa maya sammedakkato bhavito
bhaulikato
abhiññāya saṅbodāya nibbānāya Saṅvattati samadhi saṅvajjaṅgo
kassapa maya
sammedakkato bhavito Viññāya sambodāya nibbānāya saṅvattati upekkāsaṃ
vajjāṅgo kokassapa
Sapa maya sammedakkato bhavito bhaulikato abhiññāya saṅbodāya nibbānāya saṅvattati me kokassapa sattapajjaṃga maya sammedakkato bhavita bhaulikato abhiññāya saṅbodāya nibbānāya
saṅvattaṃ
titi tagga bhagava bhajjaṃga tagga sugata bhajjaṃga tidama voca bhagava matta mano ayasma makassapo bhagavato
basitaṃ
abhinandi uttāya cāyasma makassapo dhammā tatāpaino cāyasmato kassapassato abado siti tena sacca
vajjena
dukkha upasamintu te
etena sacca vajjena
bhaya upasamintu te tena sacca
vajjena
roga upasamintu te jayatana gata virājetva
maraṃ
savāyineṃ jatu saccāmatarasaṃ yepi viṃsu narā tannaṃ karādayo buddhāṭṭavīsati
nāyakā
sabbe patiṭṭitā tuyaṃ mattake te muni sire patiṭṭitā buddhā dhammo ca tava
locane
saṅgho patiṭṭito tuyaṃ ure sabba guna
karo
adaye anuruddho ca sariputto ca daṅ kondañño vitte bhagasmiṃ moggallāno sivāmake savane tuyaṃ āhuṃ ānanda rāhula kassapo ca mā
namo bos
vā කාම දෝතකේගේ දන්තේ වෙට්ටෙ භාගත්මින් සුරියෝ විය පබං
කරෝ
නිසින්නෝ දිරි සම්පන්නෝ සෝවිතෝ මුනි
පුංගවෝ
කුමාර කස්සපෝ නාම මයේසේ චිත්‍රවාදකෝ සෝදයං
වදනේ
නිච්ඡං පතිට්ඨාති ගුණාකරෝ පුන්නෝ අංගුලි
මාලෝච
උපාලිනන්ද සීවලේ තේරා පංචයිමේ
ජාතා
ලලාටේ තිලකා තව තේසාසීති මා තේරා විජිතා ජින
සාවකා
ජලන්තා සීල තේජේන අංගමංගේ සුසං
තිතා
රතනං පුරතෝ ආසේ දක්ඛිනේ මෙත්ත දුත්තකං දජා වාමේ අංගුලි මාලකං කන්ද මාර පරිත්තං ච ආටා
නාටිය
සුත්තකං ආකාසච්ච ධනං ආදේදේ දාපා
කාර
සංඤිතා ජිනානා බල සංයුත්තේ ධම්ම
පාකාර
ලංකතේ වසතෝතේ චතුකිච්චේන සදා සම්බුද්ධ
පංජරේ
වාත පිත්තාදි සංජාතා වාහිරජ්ජත්තු පද්දවාසේ සාවිලයං
යන්තෝ
අනන්ත ගුණ තේජසා ජින වංජර මජ්ජට්ටං විය
යන්තං
මහිතලේ සදා පාලෙන්තු ත්වං සබ්බේ තේ මා පුරිස
සබා
නිච්චේව මච්ඡන්ත කතෝ දුරක්ඛෝ අජිනානුභාවේන ජිතෝප
පද්දවෝ
බුද්ධානුභාවේන අතාරි සංඝෝ චරායි සද්ධම්මනු
භාව
පාලිතෝ ඉච්ඡේව මච්ඡන්ත කතෝ දුරක්ඛෝ අජිනානුභාව
වේන
ජිතෝපපද්දවෝ ධම්මානුභාවේන හතරේ
සංඝෝ
චරායි ධම්මනුභාව පාලිතෝ ඉච්ඡේව
මච්ඡන්ත
කතෝ දුරක්ඛෝ ජිනානුභාවේන ජිතෝප
පද්දවෝ
සංඝානුභාවේන අතාරි සංඝෝ චරායි ධම්මනු
භාව
පාලිතෝ සද්ධම්ම පාකාර පරික්ඛිතෝ සේ අට්ඨාරියාට්ඨ
දිසාසුන්ති
එත්තංතරේ අට්ඨනාතා භවං දේ උත්තං
විතානං
ජිනාටිතා දේ භින්දන්තෝ මාරදේනං තව සිරසිටිතෝ බෝධි
මාරුය සත්තා
මොග්ගල්ලානෝ සිවාමේ වසති භුජතටේ දක්ඛිනේ සාරිපුත්තෝ ධම්මෝ මජ්ජේ උරස්මින් විහෙරති භවතෝ මොක්ඛතෝ මෝරයෝනිං සංපත්තෝ බෝධිසත්වෝ චරණ යුගගතෝ භානුලෝකේක
නාතෝ
සප්පාව මංගල මුපද්දව දුන්නිමිත්තං සබ්බේ තිරෝගකා මදේද නින්දා සබ්බන්තරාය භයදුද්දපිනං අකං බුද්ධානුභාව පවරේන පයාතු නාදං සබ්බාව
මංගල මුපද්දව
ගාදෝ සමදේස
නින්දා
සබ්බන්තරාය භය දුස්සුපිනං අකංතං ධම්මානු
භාව
පවරේන පයාතු නාසං සබ්බාව මංගල මුපද්දව දුන්නේ
මිත්තං
සබ්බේ තිරෝග ගහදෝ සමදේස නින්දා සබ්බන්ත
රාය
භය දුස්සුපිනං අකංතං සංඝානු
භාව
පවරේන පයාතු නාසං කරණීය මත්ත කුසලේන යන්තං සන්තං පදං අභිසමෙච්ච සක්කෝ ජෝචසෝ
යෝච
සුවජෝ ජස්ස මුදු අනතිමානේ සන්තොස්ස කෝච සුභ
රෝච අපගේ
කිච්චෝච සල්ලව්ක උත්තේ සන්දෙන්ද්‍රයෝච නිපකෝච අනනුගිද්දෝ නච ගුද්ධං සමාචරේකින් චේන
නවිඤ්ඤෝ පරේ
උපවදෙයං සුඛිනෝ වාකේමිනෝන්තු සබ්බේ
සත්තා
භවන්තු සුඛිතත්තා ඒකේචිපාන භූතත්තේ තසාවා පරාවානවතේ සාදිගාවායිමං
තාවා
මජ්ජිමාරස්සකානුකතෝලාදිට්ඨාවායේව අත්තිට්ඨායේච
දුරේ
වසන්ති අවිදුරේ භූතාවා සම්භවේ
සීවා
සබ්බේ දත්තා භවන්ත සුඛිතත්තා නපරෝ පරං නිකුබ්බේත නාති
මඤ්ඤේත
කත්තතිනං කංචේ ව්‍යාරෝසනා පටිග
සංඥා
නාඤ්ඤමඤ්ඤස්ස දුක්ඛමිච්ඡය මාතායතානියං
පොත්තං
ආයුසායේක පුත්ත මනුරක්කේ එවං පිතබ්බ භූතේසු මානසං අපරිමානං තං ච සබ්බ ලෝකස්මින් මානසං
භාවයේ අපරිමාණං
මුද්ධං අදචතිරියං ච අසංබාධං අවේරං අස
පත්තං
තිට්ඨං චරං නිසින්නෝ වාසයානෝ වායාව
තස්ස
විගත මිද්දේ තන්තතින් අදිට්ඨේය බ්‍රහ්ම
මේතං
විහාරං ඉදමාඋදිත්තිං ච අනුපගම්ම
සීලවා
දස්සනේන සංපන්නෝ කාමේසු විනේය
ගේදං
නහි ජාතු ගබ්බසේයං පුනරේති යං දුන්නිමිත්තං අවමංගලං ච යෝචා
මනාපෝ
සකුණස්ස සද්දෝ පාපක්ඛෝ දුස්සුපිනං
අකන්තං
බුද්ධානුභාවේන විනාශමින් දෝයන් දුන්නේ
මිත්තං
අවමංගලං ච යෝචාමනාපෝ සකුණස්ස
සද්දෝ
පාපක්ඛෝ දුස්සුපිනං අකන්තං ධම්මානු
භාවේන
විනාශමින් දෝයන් දුන්නිමිත්තං අවමංගල
ලංච
යෝචාමනාපෝ සකුණස්ස සද්දෝ පාපංගදස්සපිනං
අකන්තං
සංඝානුභාවේන විනාශමින් ආකාසට්ටාච
බුම්මට්ටා
දේවානාගා මහිත්‍තිකා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදන්තු
අනුමෝදිත්වා
චිරං රක්ඛන්තු ලෝක සාසනං ආකාසට්ටා ච
බුම්මට්ටා
දේවානාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්ඛන්තු ධම්ම දේශනං ආකාසට්ටා ච
බුම්මට්ටා දේවා
නාගා මහිද්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා
චිරං
රක්ඛන්තු මං පරං දේවෝ වස්සතු කාලේන සස්ස සම්පත්ති පීතෝ භවතු ලෝකෝ ච රාජා භවතු ධම්මිකෝ බුද්ධෝ තිලෝක
සරණෝ බුද්ධෝ
සූර්යෝ තමෝනුදෝ එවං කෝ සරණං කේම බුද්ධෝ මේ සරණං වරං ගච්ඡාමි
සරණං
බුද්ධං නාති මයං භයං සදා ධම්මෝ සූර්යෝ තමෝනුදෝ එවං කෝ සරණං කේමං ධම්මෝ මේ සරණං වරං ගච්ඡාමි
සරණං
ධම්මං නාති භයං සදා සංඝෝ තිලෝක සරණෝ සංඝෝ සූර්යෝ තමෝ එවං තං සරණං කේමං සංඝෝ මේ සරණං
වරං ගච්ඡාමි
සරණං සංඝං නාති මයං භයං සදා.
සග්ගේසු ආයං රතනම් පනීතං නනෝ සමං අත්ති තථාගතේන ඉදම්පි බුද්දේ රතනම් පනීතං ඒතේ චේන සුවත්තියෝතු කයං විරාගං අමතම් පනීතං යදජ්ජගා සක්්‍ය මුනි සමාහි නතේන ධම්මේන සමත්ති කිංචි ධම්පි ධම්මේ රතනම් පනීතං ඒතේ සච්චේන සුවත්තියෝතු කීනං පුරාණං නවන්නත්ති සම්භවං විරත්ත චිත් ආයතිකේ බවස්මින් තේ කීන බේජා අවිරොල් හිච්ඡන්දා නිබ්බන්ති දේ යථායම් පදීපෝ ඉදම්පි සංඝේ රතනම් පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේ සුවත්තියෝතු.
Let us conclude tonight puja and bhujanga service by giving the closing salutations to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Thereafter we shall all give 3 bows to Bhante for dispensing the blessing.
Well, sir, brothers and sisters, you can go and have a drink or your drink water, and then you shall continue part 2. Okay, we shall, after this, we shall continue. Bhante, you shall invite Bhante to continue with his talk on compassion. Actually, Bhante has been here only on the 14th and he's been here only for a few days. So we were very fortunate to take this opportunity that Bhante was willing to come. He's willing to come all the way from KL, right? And Bhante will be going back tomorrow. After that, we're going to BGF, then you're flying out to Singapore. So this is a really good opportunity. I remember inviting Bhante, first time was 2010 for the first convention. And then 2015 was the second convention, which Bhante came as well. And the third convention was 2020. We also got Bhante, but because of COVID, so we couldn't come. So then suddenly after COVID, Bhante is now here with us. So we are very, very fortunate. And Bhante has a lot of story to tell you, right? One of the most respected, highly respected monk in Ladakh. And Bhante has invited us, well, maybe next year, Bhante, if they're interested, maybe we can organize a trip to Ladakh. I've been there. It's a beautiful place. Right? So Bhante, yeah, pass the mic to you.
Thank you. Thank you. After the wonderful chanting of Satta Bhojanga, I do not know, are you still interested to listen some Dhamma talks? Are you interested? Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I am coming from far a place from high Himalaya. So you are coming from very short distances. So if you go little bit late tonight, nothing serious will happen. So sit comfortably. Longer you stay in the temple, the Buddha hall, better. At your home, you're always sleeping. Every day sleeping. Every day you are in home. Opportunity to come to place like this, not every day, right? So, if today dinner is little bit late or sleep little less, good la. We have slept enough in the samsara. It's time to wake up, isn't it? Yeah. So friends, coming to our, I think there's no specific theme for my Dhamma talk, so I can say anything coming out from my mouth. That makes it easier, yeah. Usually I try to speak on compassion in action. So on the suttas, various suttas from the Tripitaka, you often hear this discourse. All the venerable Sangha members coming from various countries such as Sri Lanka, Burma, Thailand, they are all very well versed in Tripitaka. So usually they will give discourse on the suttas. Yeah? So I will try to say something not very different from suttas, indirectly the same, but I wish to share tonight what we are doing in the Ladakh region of Himalaya as a part of our compassion in action, meditation in action, or Buddhism in action. Buddhism in action. This is important. Like compassion, karuna, mitri, ahimsa, all these are not new words for us. We have heard so many times, we have read so many times, but as a serious practitioner of Buddha Dharma, we all have to realize that all these words will have no meaning unless and until we put in action, put in practice in daily life. That's why we added, compassion, karuna is there, but compassion in action. This movement we have started some years back now, some 10, 15 years back, Mahakaruna Divas or Compassion in Action movement. We travel all over India, even beyond India, raising the voice now. Appeal us to put compassion in action. It is time for us to put meditation in action. It is time for us to put the teachings of Buddha in action. It is time for us to put Buddhism in action, not merely listening the discourses, not merely reading the books, not merely acquiring intellectual knowledge or information about Buddhist histories, about the Tripitakas, but action. Action is very important, or practice is important, very important. Only practice matter alone. Only action matter alone. No matter how many times you listen Dhamma talks, how many books you have read, or how many times you have discussion, Dhamma Sakacha, discussions on various topics. This will not bring the fruit, it will not bring the result unless we put into actions. So action matters alone. Yeah? Very important. Buddha said, Sutamaya Panya, Chintamaya Panya, Bhavanamaya Panya. Of course, we all should start with Sutamaya Panya. Sutamaya means listening the discourse and reading the books. That is Sutamaya Panya. A knowledge you have acquired by listening Dhamma talks from the masters. A knowledge you have acquired by reading books. This is called Sutamaya Panya. Right? Sutta means hearing. But far from the fruition, that which brings result. Then second comes Chintamaya Panya. Now this is slightly better than the first one. Sutamaya Panya, a knowledge you have received from others, 100% borrowed from others. Your contribution zero, nothing. You just listen, you memorize, you borrowed from others. It's not, this knowledge is not developed by your thinking, by your practice, by your investigation, by your inquiry, by your discussions. Just you have heard, memorize. Just you read books, memorize. That is borrowed knowledge. It's not your knowledge. The knowledge has to become your own, finally. So the Chintamaya Panya is slightly better than the first one. What is Chintamaya? Chinta means thinking, contemplation. So first you have heard the Dhamma discourse, you have read the books, not satisfied just hearing the Dhamma talk, not satisfied just reading the books. You started thinking yourself. You started using your intellect. yes, we have heard this wonderful discourse from the Master. Yes, I have read this wonderful discourse from this book. But is that correct or not? Is that correct or not? Let me think myself. Let me do some investigation myself. Let me make some comparison myself. So you started using your own intellect, your own common sense. So making some comparison, this and that, using all the logic, the reasoning, the intellect, part of your brain. So after a long time of contemplation, discussions, thinking, could it be right? Is that correct or not? You thought a long time and finally you come to a conclusion. Yes, not because written in the book, not because I've heard, but my intellect, my common sense also agree with this, say so. My common sense, my intellect says so. So you agree with that. This is slightly better than the first one. At least your intellect part is involved, but still far from the true knowledge, a true knowledge which is born out of your own experience. Then the first one, far behind the last one. The last one, the third one is called Bhavanamaya Panya. You might have heard all this. Bhavanamaya Panya, now it cannot be called knowledge actually. It should be called wisdom. A wisdom arisen not by listening a talk, not by reading a book, not by just your intellectual thinking, common sense, but a wisdom arisen from your own experience. You have heard it, you have read it, you have thought it, then put into practice. Put into practice. You made an experiment with your mind, heart, and the body all together. And from the experience, you get the understanding. You get the understanding from your own experience. And that is the authentic one. Yeah? So all our hearing Dhamma talks, reading books, discussions, all should lead to this last one, Bhavanamaya Panya. When you get the Bhavana Panya, that is the authentic, then that cannot be wrong. If somebody comes and tells you, if you put your finger in boiling hot water, oh, it is such a great pleasure, joy, you won't believe it. You won't believe, you won't accept it. Even Buddha comes, you will not believe, you will not accept. Why you will not believe, why you will not accept? Even Buddha tells, it is an example, Buddha will not tell. Just example, why you will not accept? Because you have experienced so many times the hot, boiling hot, not one time, several times in your life experience, by mistake or somehow you touch your finger with boiling water. It cannot be a pleasant, it cannot be enjoyable. It's a pain because you experience that, isn't it? Similarly, if someone says hunger, oh, if you don't eat food, remain hunger, oh, what a pleasure. We experience so many times, we have experienced hunger. And you cannot agree this. So this all, just like the hunger and thirst, the physical pain, the touching with the hot water, the Dhamma has to be experienced, whatever you have heard. That, you reach to that experience, then you have got the full fruits of hearing the Dhamma, reading the Dhamma, coming to the temple, meeting with the spiritual masters, teachers, then you got. Otherwise, something wrong, isn't it? I heard a story. There was a professor, famous professor, head of a department in the university, very learned, very famous professor. Professor means who have read so many books. Professor means who have memorized so many informations, stories. Professor means always giving talks, not listening, giving talks, right? So in course of time, he became so knowledgeable, he became like walking library. He could quote from any scripture. He could remember every page of all the Tripitakas. So much knowledge, so much memorized. You know, he was a walking library. But he had no peace of mind, no happiness in mind, because whatever you have, he has, whatever he have read from the library, whatever Dhamma talks he has given, or he have written books, not practice, just head oriented, not heart oriented. Heart belongs to the existence. Heart belongs to experience. Heart belongs to living. Head belongs to past, future. Head always thinking here, there, far away from the present moment, from the living. So we have to understand the head and relationship between the heart and head. Yeah. So one day, acquiring all the informations, after becoming such a famous professor, he had no peace in the mind. No peace in the mind. So one day he heard about the famous enlightened Zen master in the mountains. This story is from Japan. He heard about the famous enlightened Zen master living in the high mountains. So he thought of going there to meet this enlightened master and discuss about enlightenment. And this is an ancient story. Those days, no motor road, no car. The Zen master living in mountain means he has to walk. So he walked from the city to that high mountains, quite a long distance. So he, after traveling so many kilometers, passing through up and down in the mountains, forests, finally he reached to the hermitage of the Zen master. The Zen master greeted them and asked, "What is that brought you, my dear? Why did you come?" Professor introduced himself. "I am this famous professor from this university. I have come here to ask you about enlightenment." And the Zen master says, "Oh, enlightenment, if enlightenment is like that, but can be given by asking, can be given by discussion, you would have should have not taken trouble to travel all the way. You should have sent some message. I could have sent enlightenment to you." So the professor was a bit annoyed. What kind of answer this? Annoyed. And he was almost, more the knowledge, more the ego. More the ego, more the upset. So he was almost getting up to go back. Then the master told him, "Professor, you have come a long way. You seems to be tired. Clean your perspiring." He was perspiring. "Take rest. I will go to the kitchen, bring you cup of tea. Perhaps the cup of tea may answer your question." Now the professor got further upset. "I have certainly come to the wrong place. I have certainly come to the wrong person. He is certainly not enlightened. What stupid thing he is talking about? Such a famous enlightened Zen master cannot answer my question. How his cup of tea is going to answer my question? Certainly I have made mistake by coming to here." So he got up again to move. Then the Zen master again insisted, "Yes, you have to go back. You are not allowed to stay here. Can go, don't be in a hurry. Since you are tired, take rest, have a cup of tea and go. So Zen master managed to calm him down and keep there. So Zen master went to the kitchen and came out with in one hand the cup on the saucer, in another hand the teapot. And Zen master hand over the cup and the saucer plate to the professor and started pouring tea into the cup. And the cup was getting full. The professor said, "The cup is getting full, please stop." Zen master said, "Is it so? Keep on pouring." And the cup started overflowing. The professor shouted, "The cup is full, please stop." "Are you sure? Is it so?" The master keep on pouring, Zen master. Finally, the tea started overflowing from not only from the cup but also from the saucer plate. And professor shouted, "Please stop. The cup is full, overflowing. The saucer plate also full, overflowing. There is no space for even one drop. Please stop it." Then the Zen master again asked, "Are you sure? Are you sure that there is no space?" "Sure, 100% sure." Then the Zen master said, "Professor, this is what I wanted to tell us. You came with all the rubbish in your head. Your head is full of rubbish. Your head is overflowing with the rubbish information. There is no space for my single word of wisdom in your head. If you want something from me, first you go back and empty all the rubbish you are carrying in your head. Come here empty head, then perhaps I can give something." Yes. So friends, any information, any knowledge about the whole universe, the world, is, unless it is put into practice, no use. It becomes a rubbish. In fact, the learned people, the intellectual people have more problem than the illiterate people, than the simple illiterate people in the villages. If you don't practice the knowledge, if you don't put the knowledge into action, isn't it? Just to make it clear, this story, the message of this story, just to make this message of the story a little bit more clear, let me add one more story. Are you interested? Everybody, seriously? Okay, very interesting story. The story says, there was another professor. Professor means who have read lot of books. Professor means they have memorized lot of information. Professor means giving lecture continuously, cannot remain silent. Professor means have written many books and articles. This is professor. So such a famous professor, always busy giving talks, cannot remain without giving talks. It happened that he is to travel in a ship, So the story says in the ship he was traveling alone, and there was nobody except the old sailor, the driver. So, and the professor got impatient. He wants to talk to somebody, speak something, but nobody. He called the sailor. "Oh, sailor, come here, sit down." And he asked, "Have you studied cosmology?" And the sailor said, "Sir, I never been to any school, colleges, universities. I'm illiterate. I don't know, sir, what is cosmology. Is it the name of a fruit? Is it name of an animal? How cosmology looks like, sir? How it tastes, sir? How it smells, sir? How it looks, sir?" Now cosmology is something you cannot smell, cannot look. So The professor said, what an unfortunate you illiterate men, old men. If you have not studied such an interesting cosmology, you have wasted 25% of your life. The professor, the sailor, felt very sad. He started crying. When such a learned professor says so, it must be so. He started crying. After some time, the professor called him again. Oh, sailor, come here, sit down. Yes, sir, what can I do? Shall I bring some cup of tea or what can I do? Oh, no, no cup of, just sit down and listen. Have you studied technology? And the old man said, as I told you, sir, I never been to any universities, colleges. I'm illiterate. I don't know, sir, what technology is. I've never studied. How it looks like, sir, is the technology is an animal, is a human beings or plants? What technology looks like, sir? How it smells, sir? How it tastes, sir? What is the color of technology, sir? The professor scolded them, you old men, illiterate men, useless men. If you have not studied such an interesting subject, technology, you have wasted 50% of your life. The old man started crying. And say so, it must be so. He started cursing his father and mother for not sending him to school, colleges, university to study this logi and that logi. And after some time, again, the professors call him, oh old man, come here, sit down. Yes, what can I do, sir? Shall I bring cup of tea? Oh no, not cup of tea, sit down. And then he asked another subject, you can say cosmology or technology, some another logi here, asked, this logi have you studied? He said, no sir, as I told you, I have no idea about these logis. I have not went to school in colleges, don't know. Then he said, the professor said, if you have not studied all these logis, you wasted 75% of life. You are useless fellow, illiterate fellow, scolded. And the driver sailor started crying and started cursing the parents for not sending him to school, colleges to study all these logis. Yeah. Now after some time came the time for this driver, the sailor, to go and ask the professor. The sailor went to the professor running and asked, Professor sir, have you studied swimmingology? The professor said, what is swimmingology? Sir, swimming. He says, no, I have not studied, I don't know swimming, but I have given some talks on what is swimming. I have written some article also on swimming, but I don't know swimming. Oh, professor, I am so sorry. If you have not studied swimmingology, you have wasted your 100% of life. Not 75. You have wasted 100% of your life. Sir, there is a break in the ship now. Water is coming in. The ship is going to sink. Only those who know swimmingology will be safe. Otherwise, it is going to sink with the ship. And it was correct. The ship was broken. The water was coming, and the professor was very fat. Usually, professor fat. So this man, the sailor, was thin. He had developed little compassion, and he said, "I'm so sorry, professor. Now water is increasing in the ship. Is already sinking, and I know the swimming. I'm going to jump into the water and swim. I thought of carrying you, sir, but you are so heavy, sir. If I carry you, I will also sing with you. I'm so sorry, with all the compassion. I can't help you. Bye-bye, sir." that driver, the sailor, jump into the water, swim and reach to the shore of the lake or the ocean. And the story says, Professor, with all the knowledge of all the G's, these logis, right, sunk in the water. So friends, no problem to read, acquire knowledge, have this logi, that logi, but don't forget Dhamma logi, meditation logi, practical logi. Among all these logis in the universe, practical logis, practice logi, Dhamma practice logi is the most important thing. Correct? So don't be carried away by just information, knowledge, and this and that. Practice whatever you have learned, whatever you have heard. In fact, if you start practicing, you don't need to read the whole Tripitaka. You don't need to listen the 84,000 of lectures by Buddha. Whatever little bit you have heard, put this into serious practice. Whatever little Dhamma we know, if we try to put in our life, daily life, then as a result of that practice, the remaining path will unfold on its own. You may have a lot of questions. Dhamma we have learned, if you practice, as a result of that practice, the answer will come from yourself. Answer will come from within. That is important. The answer which comes from within you is the real answer. The answer coming from the book, answer coming from the master, no matter whatsoever convincing it may be, whatsoever pleasant may be for you, but it's not authentic, it's not yours. That doesn't mean you should not ask questions. That doesn't mean you should not listen to them. You can listen. You can ask questions. All you are listening, all the answer coming from others, all the reading books should help you to go within yourself and find out the real answer from yourself. That real answer will come when you practice. When you practice, that will bring the real answer. So important, isn't it, friends? So as a part of putting Dhamma in compassion in action, in Ladakh what we are doing, Buddha's teachings is vast. So we have taken up the compassion part, the Mahakaruna part in action. And based on this, we in Ladakh last 35 years, we have been deeply enrolled in a program, Compassion in Actions. So what are we doing? We have got 250 acres of land. It was completely desert, like moon. There was not a blade of grass. There was not a drop of water. There was no road, nothing, and not even $1 in my pocket to start. I went there. You don't need money to start. First, how to start? First, have to think. Think in the mind, I want to do it. Pray. Think and pray. The next, what you should do. What you should do next step will come automatically. You take the first step, you will know how to take the second step. You take the second step, you will know how to take the third step. The first step and the second step you have taken will help you how to take the third step, which direction to go as a result of practice. So this is what we done. We went there, no money or those things. I did some foundation laying ceremony, this and that, and sometimes the thought also comes, wow, what can I do? Who will help me? Will I be successful or not? These thoughts will come. Then another voice was coming. You don't need thousands of dollars to start. What you need, a piece of paper. And write down on the piece of paper what you want to do here. And if you get 100 rupees, 200 rupees, get it printed in black and white, a brochure like this. And then talk to people what you want to do. One day, somebody from somewhere will hear your prayer, will hear your appeal. So one day, somebody from somewhere will help you. I followed that. Yes, and this is exactly happened. Of course, the journey has been long. Today, this 250 acres of land has become, is known as Devachan. Devachan means Sukhavati. Sukhavati means heavenly world. Truly, it has become heavenly world for thousands and thousands of underprivileged children, underprivileged elderly people, sick people, seekers of truth and lover of peace. Today, in this 250 acres of land, we have built a beautiful separate hostel for girls and boys. We have built school from nursery to we have built a hospital, the first non-governmental charitable hospital called Karuna Charitable Hospital. We have a beautiful old age home. We have built a first hostel and school for blind children. We have built a meditation and yoga center. We have built a small nunnery and monastery for the education and training of young monks and nuns. And we have also a guest house. Our friends, the supporters who wish to visit Ladakh, who wish to see how their donation is being spent, what's happening. For them, we have built a nice guest house also there. So it has become a what do you call, great, a blissful land for all kinds of people, for the sick people, for the old people, for the children, for the nuns and monks, for all these seekers of truth and lover of peace. Today, not only the local people are benefits, thousands of local people, but a lot of people from other countries also come and participate in our simple meditation programs, in our simple Dhamma teachings program, in our yoga practice programs. And beside that, we also organize many events, important events, on many important issues like world peace, like religious harmony, and health, on education, on environment. All these are very important, the pressing, challenging issue of this time today. World peace. World is burning with violence, with hatred. Thousands and thousands of people are being killed almost every day. You know, in war, in hatred, environmental degradations, global warming, climate change, economic crisis, racism, religious problem. The world is burning. We have to address those issues also, because all these problems are created by human beings. Any problems created by human beings can be stopped also. For that, we have to start a movement against those. You know, how we are facing the global warming, climate change, environmental degradations, crisis. Why we are facing this human greed? Human greed is responsible. Human ego, human greed, human ignorance are responsible. They created this problem. Therefore, if we start the movement, say Mahakaruna, the universal compassion, you know, that the teachings of the Buddha, that they are the solution. This will help us to reduce the human greed, human ignorance, you know, and therefore this problem can be solved out. That is, keeping this in mind, we are started this compassion in action. If every human beings develop even little bit of compassion, the world will be little bit better. If human beings develop little more compassion, the world will be little bit more better. If every human beings practice compassion regularly, the world will be perfect. There will be no violence, there will be no killing. Anyone who is full of compassion for others cannot make bombs, cannot make guns, cannot shoot gun, cannot kill others, cannot destroy. All these killings are going on, because the compassion from their heart is coming down to almost zero level. Zero level. This is what happens. So compassion is such a wonderful teaching. The universal compassion of Buddha is so wonderful. Compassion is the ultimate flowering of love. The word love is a bit confusing. Problems. This same word love is used for all kinds of worldly pleasure. Girls and boyfriend also use this word love. I love my girlfriends, I love my boyfriend. Mix up. And you also so the love get confused. So the purest love is the compassion. Compassion is the ultimate flowering of love. Right? So we all have to develop this unconditional compassion. Compassion beyond the boundaries of family member. Compassion beyond the boundaries of relatives. Compassion beyond the boundaries of our religion, our nationality, our race and color. We have to learn and practice today compassion, which can include the whole universe. Metta Sutta is a compassion. Metta Sutta is the ultimate flowering of compassions, which metta we chant, we have chanted. This is what we require in today's time, my dear. With compassion, a doctor can become a medicine Buddha. With compassion, a hospital can become a temple of God, temple of Buddha. Isn't it? Without compassion, a doctor can become a dangerous. Yes? Without compassion, doctor will work as a businessman to make money. And to make money, they will give a wrong medicine. Knowingly, they will do strange things. Some years back, I was traveling in Taiwan. One early morning, my friend comes running with the newspaper in his hand, and he told me, Sanghasena, do you know what's happening in your country? What is happening? I said, what's happening? Look here, look. Newspaper, the heading was kidney racket in South India. Kidney racket, I never heard. What is kidney racket? Kidney racket means there are hundreds or thousands of people in South India whose one of kidney has been stolen. They don't know. The patient don't know, these people don't know. Hundreds of people, they do not know that one of their kidney has been stolen. You can't imagine. Can you imagine? But this happened. How they can steal? They can steal. It's not something cutting your stomach, cutting the kidney, taking out. How can they steal? Ordinary people, simple people cannot believe, cannot accept that. But this happened. We all get sick from time to time. When a person gets sick, develops stomach problem, this problem, he has to go to doctor. And the doctor say, oh, serious problem. You need operation. So the patient, we have no choice, have to listen. And yes, doctor, please, I'm ready for the operation. And he was put on anesthesia. Anesthesia, unconscious, cut the stomach, take out one kidney. And then say, okay, you'll be all right, send out. Can you imagine? Yes, doctor. All doctors are not like this, my friends. I hope there are some no doctors here. I don't mean to insult all doctors. All doctors are not like this. But in India, I have been traveling to medical colleges, nursing home, and universities with the appeal to introduce compassion as a compulsory subject, particularly in medical field, particularly in nursing college. If the nurse, if the doctors, if all the staffs in the hospital are given, trained with compassion, the whole atmosphere will be so different, so wonderful. So, without compassion, a hospital can become an organ trade center. Without compassion, a doctor can become dangerous. With compassion, wow, doctor will become a medicine Buddha. Hospital will be like temple of Buddha. Every staff, everybody is treating with compassion, serving each other, makes so much difference. I want to narrate another story. There used to be a lady doctor, Dr. Dolma in Dharamsala, a Tibetan lady doctor, Dharamsala. I have been myself as a patient to her. That doctor became so famous. So many patients going. There are other doctors, same medicine, traditional medicine, same method, same medicine. Why she has become so famous? All patients are going and they say, all the patients who go to Dr. Dolma get cured very fast. Those who go to other doctors don't get cured. So they made research. Some people made research why this is happening. And after doing research, they found out that 50% of the patients were cured from medicine. 50% were cured from the prayer of compassion of the doctors. In Tibetan system, Tibetans and Ladakhi system, same. My family belongs to a traditional doctor family. I know little bit. So much prayer, so much compassion. Those ancient time, no business. There is no, payment, medical fees, doctor fees, no such things. In villages, the doctor families are respected, and the village people will come and help the doctor family whenever it's required. But the doctor will go to each villages, several, maybe 100 kilometers also. Sometimes we'll walk, sometimes we'll go on the horse. Those days, no car. But they never have the idea of taking money. They give you some tea or some food, but no more. So they're full of compassion. When the doctors is collecting herbs from the forest or mountain, there is a prayer. They collect this medicine, the herbal plants, herbs from the mountains. They collect with the prayer, compassion. And when they are making medicine in the pharmaceutical things, their shop, there is a prayer. They chant prayer of compassion while preparing. When they are making medicine, they are a prayer. And before the touch patient, also some prayer. Prayer that may I have, full concentration, may I have positive energy, may I have the blessings of the medicine Buddha. Pray before touch the patient. And after touching, when giving medicine, also prayer. And also ask the patient, before take the medicine, do this prayer. After taking the medicine, do this prayer. So much prayer is involved. Totally different modern medicine system. You go to a modern, maybe highly qualified doctors, studied in America, Europe, big name. You go to their doctors, the doctor is just like machine, robot. There's no much difference between this doctor and the robot. You go to the doctor, so good morning, sir. Oh, what is your problem? Lay down, lay down, lay down. Okay, take these 3 tablets in the morning, 3 tablets in the evening, come next Monday, come again. That's it. There's no trace of love, no peace. Even doctor is, the doctors comes to us. Many doctors comes to our meditation center. Yeah, so the doctors, especially doctors, need meditation and medication must come together. So, similarly, if you have a compassion, in your heart, your life will become easy. You will become a source of solution, not a source of problem. You will become a source of joy for other whosoever comes near. You will become like a flower, like a light. You will be a blessing. Power of compassion, unthinkable. Power of compassion. We all, friends, need to develop the power of compassion in today's world. So, keeping the compassion in action in the center, we all started all these projects in Ladakh. And we are organizing many programs outside Ladakh, outside India also. I realize it has tremendous effect. And many people realizing, universities, they are willing to, introduce a new course, bring out some textbooks. I'm working on that now. We need the help of people. Once the books is ready, they are going to introduce. But merely book is also not enough. To use the book, we should be compassionate teachers. So I hope very soon thousands of young people can be trained as an ambassador of compassion, messenger of peace. I have been telling in India, India has so many human beings. Recently, India took over China in terms of population. India didn't take the economy or technology, but in population, now India #1. I said, there's so much problem, employment problems. Why all these people always look job in the government, why they cannot become all yoga teachers, meditation teachers, spiritual masters? Learn the Dhamma, the ancient teachings of Buddha, so beautiful, so wonderful. Learn like at the time of Ashoka. Ashoka helped all the Sangha members to study Dhamma, practice Dhamma, and then Emperor Ashoka sent them. Go in different directions. Buddha also told, after learning the Dhamma, practicing Dhamma, go charata bhikkhave charikang bhaujana hitaya bhaujana sukhaya. Monks, now you understand the Dhamma, now you are well established in Dhamma, now you practice Dhamma, now go in different direction. Spread, share the Dhamma, share the compassion, share the loving kindness, share the panya. Buddha said, then Ashoka followed. Ashoka sent Buddhist monks as messenger of compassion, ambassador of compassion to Sri Lanka, to Middle East, to far off places. I think time has come again. Friends, don't just look for opening one more shop. Don't look for another doing MBBS degree. Not MBBS now. MBA, business administration. Nah? All young people are doing that to start business. There are enough people. Some of you young people should take up this. Study Dhamma, become ambassador of compassion. Do MBA in spirituality, in compassion. And this is so wonderful. More and more you practice and more share Dharma, meditation, compassion, more it will grow. Dhamma never decreases by sharing. More you share, more it will grow. Isn't it? And then as you grow older, more and more happy. You grow older, more and more happy. Come closer to death, more and more happy if you know the Dhamma and compassion. If you do not know Dhamma, you may be millionaire. You have so much money, this and that. As you grow old, more and more suffering. More the wealth you have, more the property you have, more famous you are, more higher position you have, holding money more and more suffering you will have. Because more and more you have, more and more attachment, and you don't want to lose it. But you have to lose. You have to give up. What to talk about your positions? What to talk about your name and fame? What to talk about your bank balance? What to talk about your wealth? You cannot carry your own body. Even the body has to be left. Then the suffering becomes too much. Do you know, such people die much earlier. If they were not so rich, no, not so famous, perhaps they would have survived some more years. But now when time comes, they already start worrying, thinking, and they worry and thinking and fear and worry. Of course, reduce your life. Thinking, worry, fear does not increase your life. You reduce, they die before. And the relaxed person, very happy person who have Dhamma, is supposed to die today, but they may extend another few months more or 1 year, because so relaxed. More and more stress, tension in body, mind, earlier you will die. More and more relaxed, you will last longer. So simple logic, so simple to understand, isn't it? Yes. I never give some high, in fact, never prepare any Dhamma talk. Never. Just pray, Buddha, let it come from the heart. India, I am known as the man who speaks from the heart. I am also not aware whether I am speaking from the heart, but somehow I cannot prepare. I have no time also to prepare. To prepare means need time. Have to search from the book. Search from the book, prepare, it takes time. And of course the talk may be nice, but I I brought from books. It's not my experience. I'm borrowing from the books, from these books and telling. But this also has got its value. But I'm telling from heart the simple thing. I don't believe high philosophical talk which is nothing to do with our day-to-day life. Such a high philosophical talk for me is like three blind persons are debating, arguing about light. Three blind persons debating, fighting about light. The light should be like this, like it like this. All are blind. How a blind person can debate and discuss about light? This is it. The professor do that. I'm sorry, I have no professor here. Any professor, all professors are not like this. I don't mean to insult any professor. Forgive me if there are any professor. It's just an example. And also like all this kind of discussion, we should not waste our time, energy in that kind of gossip and discussion. Chicken came before or the egg came before. One said, no, the egg came before. First egg came because chicken comes from the egg. Chicken comes from the egg, therefore the egg must have come first. The other said, no, the egg has come from the chicken. So chicken must have come first. Keep on arguing, waste your life. Hundreds of life, keep on, we have been discussing hundreds of life. I still don't know when chicken came before. Yeah, so we should not get involved in that practical part, practical, day-to-day life. So our dream is, friends, with the help of people, I dream to start the Mahakaruna University. Mahakaruna University. Oh, university sounds so big. University means so many subject departments. No, in this there will be only few, all studying compassion, not studying, practicing. Practice, theory and practice will go together. Otherwise, this will become another degree. I am holding degree. I done a PhD in Mahakaruna. I am holding a PhD in Mahakaruna, but no Karuna in the heart. It is only after your name, visiting card, PhD in Mahakaruna, but no Karuna in the heart, useless. This can become like that. Buddhist studies also, many universities like that, intellectual study, no compassion, no. That will not help. So it is my dream, and to materialize this dream, I need the help of all the people who believe in such things, who agree with these things. The world needs compassion. If we do not wake up, if we do not practice compassion, do not propagate compassion in time, do you know the whole world is preparing for global suicide. Global suicide. So much problem. But if even certain small parts of humanity wake up, start the meditation, start the compassion, Karina, talking about this, that will slowly spread. Like Buddha came 2600 before, and how he brought revolution. His teaching is still available, still influencing us. So again, if some wake up and devote their life, we can change this world. We can change this world from going further destruction. Otherwise dangerous. We cannot remain spectators to all this crime happening, all this war, violence, no. Isn't it? So power of compassion has greater power than the power of violence. Power of compassion will have more power than the power of nuclear bomb. Yeah. Nuclear energy is the strongest energy, isn't it, in the world? Remember, nuclear energy created by human mind. Human being created. So human beings can create the can give the same energy for compassion. The power of compassion will be much more powerful than any power exists in the world. Power of love, power of compassion. You know, others' powers always limited. Those who make a nuclear bomb, they're limited. They don't have idea to destroy the whole world by dropping the bomb. They have an idea to drop their enemies, not to themselves. If America making nuclear bomb, why America made a nuclear bomb? Have they created nuclear bomb to drop in America? Or never. To save America by dropping the bomb on other nations, other people, the enemies. See, limited. But now power of compassion covers the whole world. All others are, the negative powers are limited. Power of, in practice of compassion, we cover the whole world, isn't it? So friends, let us join together. Let us wake up. Let us join together to start this movement, a movement of universal compassion to save the world. Not to save my own family, my own country. It will not work. It will not. America cannot think of their own peace and security without thinking of. Americans are experiencing more insecure today than anybody else they are experiencing, because they never included others when they think of peace and security and prosperity. So that kind of things will not be. Compassion, universal compassion, inclusive, is the solution for the ill of 21st century, friends. Therefore, I strongly appeal all of you to become Bodhisattvas. pray and think of becoming bodhisattvas. Have you anyone thought of becoming bodhisattva? Certainly not. Certainly not. One reason is nobody mentioned like this. I have been talking this for last several years. Those who have not heard it, they look at me and they think I'm making joke. And someone even come forward and say, what did you say? Me becoming bodhisattva. What do you say? Me becoming a bodhisattva. Please don't make joke. This is the attitude, mentality, and then how can we become? All of us have the seed of bodhisattva. Forget bodhisattva, all of us a bodhicitta, seed of Buddha to become a Buddha. Correct? All of us should become Sotapanna Sagadagami. For especially Malaysian, no Malaysian Buddhist should die before achieving Anagami. No less than this for Malaysian. The Buddha will not forgive Malaysians. The Yamaraj will not forgive the Malaysians if you don't attain Anagami stage in this very lifetime. Remember. Why Buddha will not forgive? Why Yamaraj will not forgive you? They will forget someone from Africa, in third world country, in Asia. Someone born in a poverty. The whole family is so poor, they don't have 2 pieces of bread and butter for their survival. From morning to evening, they have to run in search of piece of bread and butter for their survival, the family. Correct? In heart, they are always thinking, I want to go to a temple, I want to see a master, I want to do a puja, I want to do good karma. But where is the time? The whole day is gone just to get a little food for the family. But inside he is crying. There's no opportunity. There's no temple around. There is no Buddhist master around. There's no Dharma book. Nothing. So he, for the stomach set, he violates the 5 precepts also. Right? So Malaysian, you can't say, when you reach to the Yamaraj, you cannot say, oh, since childhood, I wanted to go to a meditation center. I wanted to go and see a Sufu, a master, to listen Dhamma talk. I wanted to read the Dhamma books, but there was no Dhamma book at all in whole of Malaysia. There's no Dharma center in Malaysia at all. There's not a single monk in whole of Malaysia. What to do? Deep in my heart, I wanted to go to temple. I wanted to learn Dhamma. But no, whole of Malaysia, no Dhamma center. Can you tell that to Yamaraj? Can you tell this to Buddha? Yeah, be careful, Malaysian. Malaysian, be careful. The Yamaraj will forget that fellow from Africa or any poor country. He will say, assistant, come. Yes, I know he has not learned Dharma, he has not practiced. He violated the 5 precepts also. But he was born in this situation. There's no meditation center, no Dharma books, no teachers, no opportunity. But in the heart he was crying. Send him to heaven, he can be forgiven. Malaysian, no, sorry. Please go back to samsara or lower than samsara. Malaysian. Isn't it? Look at you, Malaysian. Are you suffering from hunger, thirst? Do you have lack of Dhamma books? Do you have lack of center? Look, heaven, as far as the material is concerned, you are in heaven. My dear, you are heaven. Such a beautiful center everywhere. This morning I come from Nalanda, the Nalanda New Center, Wisdom Park. It is like piece of heaven, full of flowers. The rooms are so neat, clean. Trees, so many trees, flowers, so peaceful. The whole atmosphere is so peaceful. Dhamma books, wonderful people there. Go to another center, Subangjaya, oh, another beautiful Dhamma center. BJF, oh, another Dhamma beautiful center. Now you come here, look, so beautiful. So, you Malaysian, be careful. Yamaraj are not going to forgive you. No Malaysian is allowed to leave the body without attending at least Sagadagami, Anagami stage. Yes, this again, some of you may be feeling that I am making joke. Maybe I am speaking like a joker, but I don't mean to joke. I am serious about that. If you Malaysian, such people, born in a good family, got good education, good, nice house, all the basic things, material needs are more than enough. Such a centered Dhamma books are intelligent. You're all intelligent. You can read books. You can think. You can ask questions. And there are teachers. Venerable members are here. Library is there. Centers are there. If you Malaysian cannot become Sotapanna Sagadami, then a big question rise. Big question rise about the validity of Buddha's teachings. Authenticity of Buddha. What Buddha said, the Sotapanna Sagadami. Is this authentic? If their question will rise. All can become. You are blessed, and then someone may come and say, oh, it's not so easy to become Sotapanna, Sagadagami, Anagami, Bodhisattva. Oh, do you know, you don't know this monk, stupid monks from Himalaya? He doesn't know. You have to fulfill so many parameters. After fulfilling Sagadagami, correct or not? But I tell you, my dears, you have the parameters, otherwise you won't be sitting here. Why are the millions and millions of people are not here? Why the millions are deprived of Buddha's teachings? Why you are here only? You all have parameters. You met many Buddhas in the past life. You met many masters, but you remain later lazy disciple of Buddha, lazy practitioner. Isn't it? 100% this is true. We met the Buddhas. We met great master, but lazy. Now no more lazy. No more lazy. So please, I'm rejoicing looking you the facility because I come from a place in the high Himalaya. We don't have like this. Now we are experiencing in Himalaya minus 15, 20 in the night time. Cannot sit like this. So cold, squeeze. Don't have like nice center, other facilities, nice road. You have all the facilities. I rejoice. I feel so happy to come and see you all. But I am here also to remind you, warn you, this wonderful you have, nobody can give guarantee that next month you will be here like this. We do not know when the death will come and knock at our door, we don't know. When, what will happen, don't know. When we will lose one leg or both, don't know. When we will lose one hand or both, don't know. When we will lose one eye or both, don't know. When we will lose the power of hearing, don't know. When we will lose one kidney or both, don't know. When we will meet with the accident and have to spend the rest of life bedridden, don't know. When some poison will go in food, finished, don't know. Right? When you will develop some problem, strange things, go to doctors. And don't know when the doctor will come. I'm so sorry. You are suffering from cancer stage 4. Nothing can be done. You have only 2 months. Do whatever you want to do in 2 months. Sometimes the doctor don't give you 1, 2 months. Last stage. And cancer, there are sickness, cannot be diagnosed. Only last stage. Cancer is one such dangerous, worse disease. Only stage 3, 4 we diagnose. You fellows are fortunate. Medical facilities. If you cancer checkup can be diagnosed in time also. So we live in a totally unpredictable uncertainty, impermanency. Knowing this, I would like you to develop urgency for your own spiritual development, for your own enlightenment, at the same time for the happiness and peace of all other human beings, friends. So, as I was telling, thousands of children from the most remote villages, inaccessible villages in the Himalayas, sharing the border with China, Pakistan, we are helping. We have transformed the life of thousands of students. We have served, brought back to life many elderly helpless people by bringing them to the Mahabodhi old age home. We have hospital. Through various projects, we transform many lifetimes. How I transform, I myself cannot. I just talk. I just share my concern. It is the people who have supported me to build a nice hospital, to build a school, to build a hostel, this and that, no, old age home. So there are still demand, lot of thousands of children still deprived of school, going to school, getting good education. So I know this temple already supporting. If there are some devotees, as a part of practicing your compassion, if you can share something and help to transform a life of a child. Otherwise, without education, do not know how much the child will suffer, especially girls. Misuse. With education, nobody can dare. Nobody can. So if you can like to support the education of a child, or boy, girls, old age home or hospital, our charity will deeply appreciate if anyone wants to support any of the projects. Let us join together to, help each other, share with each other, grow oneself in Dhamma, help others to grow. The beauty in our campus is that we not only give them just normal education to acquire academic knowledge, pass the examination, have certificate. All our programs, education program, hospital, all projects in the Mahabodhi campus strongly guided by Buddhist principle, strongly guided by compassion. Everywhere compassion is in the center, So without taking much time, we'll do a little metta meditation. All our discussions may remain incomplete without this short metta meditation. Metta and karuna not much different, same. May I invite you all to sit a few minutes more. I will not take much time. I should finish in few minutes time. So with this, I will invite you all to sit as comfortably as you can, as peacefully as you can, and as happily as you can. You can do this metta bhavana or the compassion one effectively when you are free from all disturbance. Physically, mentally, you has to be very comfortable, peaceful, happy. Then only you can give it to others. You cannot give what you don't have. You can give only what you have. That is why this metta karuna usually done at the end, considering that after listening the Dhamma talk, after doing the puja, your mind, body are relaxed, your mind is purified to great extent, your mind is free from all negativities. So please come closer to your body and mind, become aware of your body and mind, feel the body and mind, relax the body and mind, calm and quiet, tranquil and serene, peaceful and blissful, pure and clean mind. We have so many blessings. We have done so many good karmas. By remembering all the good karmas we have done, by remembering all the blessings we have the blessings of the precious human life, we have the blessings of the physical and mental health, We have the blessings of the basic intelligence. We have the blessings of the basic material requirement. We have the blessings of the coming in contact with the teachings of Buddha. We have the blessings of the opportunity to learn and practice the Dhamma. Anyone who earnestly, sincerely learn and practice the Dhamma, he or she is bound to get enlightened in this very lifetime. And there is nothing higher, greater, nobler than enlightenment in this whole universe, my dears. Right now, who are sitting in this beautiful Buddha hall are blessed with all the favorable conditions to progress and prosper on the path leading towards full realization of enlightenment or Nibbana. By realizing all the blessings we have, let us fill our heart with all the joy, all the peace, all the harmony, all the love and compassion. Let our hearts be full of this universal compassionate love. Let this pure universal compassion love overflow from your hearts. Let our hearts be the fountain of that pure, unconditional, universal, compassionate love. And from the depth of their hearts, which are overflowing with pure love and compassion, let us now think of all our fellow human beings, fellow living beings who are sharing the same planet. Starting from our nearest and the dearest one, maybe our beloved mother, beloved father, beloved brothers and sisters of the family, beloved wife, beloved husband, beloved children, and other beloved family members, our relatives, our friends, our colleagues, our neighbors, all those who live in this area, in this province, in this state, in this country, in the neighboring countries, whole of Asia and Australia, the whole of Middle East, the whole of Europe and Africa, the whole of North and South America, the entire world, the entire universe, all human beings, all living beings, near or far, small or big, visible or invisible, human beings or non-human beings, all those who live inside the earth, all those who live inside the water, all those who live on the surface of the earth, all those who live in space, all living beings, human beings in universe. Particularly those who are in great pain, those who are suffering. My dear, few of us who are sitting in this hall are so fortunate, very few fortunate human beings. There are millions and millions of people are in such a great pain and suffering. War is going on, my dears. Killing is going on, including mother and child. Thousands and thousands have been killed. Thousands and thousands have become homeless refugees. Thousands and thousands are suffering from hunger, suffering from thirst. Thousands and thousands are suffering from incurable diseases. Thousands and thousands are being treated unfairly, unjustly. Thousands and thousands are crying and waiting for death. So much pain, so much suffering. All the suffering, human beings, suffering living beings are our brothers and sisters. We also have suffered like them before. If we do not wake up, we will suffer again like them. Realizing this, friends, let us hear the cryings of these suffering human beings. Let us feel the pain of these suffering beings. And from the depth of our hearts, with all the love and compassion, let us pray for them. Let us wish them free from those suffering. May all the suffering beings be free from all kinds of sufferings. May all the suffering beings come in contact with the noble teachings of the Enlightened One. May pure Dhamma, pure love, compassion, wisdom grow in their hearts. May all of them progress on the path of liberation, liberation from the will of existence, liberation from the darkness of samsara, liberation from the bondage of samsara. May all of them progress on the path. May all of them sooner or later attain the eternal bliss of Nibbana. Until that time, may all of them live peacefully, happily, harmoniously and friendly, loving and serving, caring and sharing with each other without hurting and harming each other. May the light of pure love and compassion shines brightly in the hearts and minds of everybody in every corner of the world, dispelling the darkness of ignorance. May all of us who are here, may all of us become bodhisattvas. May all of us become sotapanna, sagadagamis. May all of us, wherever we go, wherever we stay, may our hearts remain full of compassion. May our hearts and body and life become source of light to those who are in darkness, a source of food to the hungry, source of water to the thirsty, source of healing to those who are ill. Maybe I could have dressed like this after.
Yeah, never mind. I think they can listen, Bante. Thank you very much, Bante. Actually, many Sundays, I keep mentioning about achieving Sakadagami, Sotapanna. So this, our Bante reinforced the message. So it is very important. So don't forget, or else the Buddha will not forgive you. And Bante also will not forgive you. Okay, so thank you very much. It's 10:15 now. If you would like to give token appreciation, please do so. And then we will be calling The
When we come to Malaysia, people give lot of gifts. I don't have much gift from Ladakh, only one scarf, but this comes from the hearts of all people of Ladakh, and I have only one, so please consider this is for you all also through our chairman. Yeah. I wish you all the best. Amen. Some for your small 2 books for your library. This is
thank you, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And this is, there's no time to read the prayer of compassion. I wanted to read, so please this also for you.
I'll read this on Sunday sharing. So let me let me give a little token appreciation. Thank you very much, Bhante. So actually